The following video is a message not to anyone in particular. I've just had a lot of different conversations, most recently in the last week, as well as come across some videos that people have posted on YouTube that have really sort of gotten my ire up. It seems that a lot of people don't understand YouTube. They don't understand the way that it works. They don't understand the rules of the website. And they have this misconceived perception that in some way, shape, or form, there are certain laws that apply to a privately owned business. So what I've done now is I've read directly from the YouTube Terms of Service Agreement for you folks out there to watch. I've only read one particular section that applies specifically, directly, and solely to this issue. Like I said, it's not directed at anyone in particular, but I'm just getting a little sick and tired of hearing people make claims and declare circumstances that aren't applicable to this situation. Thank you very much. www.youtube.com/T/terms. The YouTube's Terms of Service Agreement. Please, if you will now go to number 5, User Submissions. Then see subsection C of User Submissions, and read along if you will. In connection with user submissions, you further agree that you will not 1. Submit material that is copyrighted, protected by trade secret, or otherwise subject to third-party proprietary rights, including privacy and publicity rights, unless you are the owner of such rights or have permission from the rightful owner to post that material and to grant YouTube all of the license rights granted therein. 2. Publish falsehoods or misrepresentations that could damage YouTube or any third party. 3. Submit material that is unlawful, obscene, defamatory, libelous, threatening, pornographic, harassing, hateful, racially or ethnically offensive, or encourages conduct that would be considered a criminal offense. Give rise to civil liability, violate any law, or is otherwise inappropriate. Number 4. Post advertisements or solicitations of business. Number 5. Impersonate another person. YouTube does not endorse any user submission or any opinion, recommendation, or advice expressed therein, and YouTube expressly disclaims any and all liability in connection with user submissions. YouTube does not permit copyright infringing activities and infringement of intellectual property rights on its website, and YouTube will remove all content and user submissions if properly notified that such content or user submission infringes on another's intellectual property rights. I read that last part of this particular subsection just to give you an idea of where I was and showing you that I'm reading word for word exactly what the Terms of Service says. I'm not picking specific statements, I'm not looking for things that are going to prove an argument, I'm simply just reading what's posted. The part that I'm about to read to you I think is most important because too many people come onto this website, do something, YouTube makes a decision, and then they cry foul and say, oh, my personal rights have been violated, the Constitution, my First Amendment rights. Hey folks, guess what? This isn't the Constitution, this is a privately owned business. YouTube has said, here are the rules for using our website. Follow these rules. If you do use this site, you agree to these rules. If you break these rules, or we in some way enforce these rules, you've accepted that reality. So now, let me go to here, the part that's most important. YouTube reserves the right to remove content and user submissions without prior notice. YouTube will also terminate a user's access to its website if they are determined to be a repeat infringer. A repeat infringer is a user who has been notified of infringing activity more than twice and has had a user submission removed from the website more than twice. YouTube also reserves the right to decide whether content or user submission is appropriate and complies with these terms of service for violations other than copyright infringement and violations of intellectual property law, such as, but not limited to, pornography, obscene or defamatory material, or excessive length. YouTube may remove such user submissions and or terminate a user's access to uploading such a material in violation of these terms of service at any time, without prior notice, and at its own sole discretion. That basically translates for you folks out there that go, my First Amendment rights have been violated, that they have the right to remove your material without warning or notice if they do so deem it necessary to be removed. That is in the grounds of YouTube's discretion to do that. So please shut the fuck up about how your First Amendment rights have been violated because a video that YouTube felt was not appropriate to be on their website was removed. Because this isn't, you're not standing on the street corner and some policeman is coming and beating you with a bat because you decided to talk about your church. This is a website you signed up for. This is a website that you agreed to be a part of. This is a website where the Terms of Service Agreement were made available to you before you logged on. before you became part of the site. Before you actually joined the thing, they gave you the terms of service agreement to read and agree to. They can decide what material gets posted on their site. If they deem it appropriate, it doesn't matter if they're all psychotic and closed-minded and conservative and think that if it isn't a Gumby video that it doesn't belong on here. If they do so choose, they have the right to take it down. Because they've said, this is how we operate our website. Their website. It is not the United States of America. It is YouTube, a property on the internet. So please, everyone, come to understand that the internet is not the Constitution of the United States. The internet has a different set of laws depending on how you interact with them. The internet is not the United States of America. The internet is an entity all to itself. Thanks.